Hello and thanks a lot for watching the Diaspora Lifestyle Show, where we keep you up to date about what's happening in the diaspora. My name is Jermaine, Sanwoolu, the CEO of Diaspora PR, photographer and publisher of the Diaspora Lifestyle magazine. I'm going to be bringing to you right now a highlight video of a greet and a meet event that was organized in honor of the wife of the Ooni of Ife, Her Royal Majesty Olori Wuraola Ogunwusi. It was a nice occasion that she graced. Actually was hosted by the former Speaker of Hackney, Councillor Shadi Eti, and a lot of people from around the diasporan community here in the United Kingdom and also around the world. Dignitaries, notable personalities actually came to connect and meet with her. Now this woman, as I'm sure you know, is a very, very beautiful woman in person, but she also has a beautiful personality. She spoke very eloquently and very, very passionately. It showed that she actually had the interest of diasporans at heart. So I wanted to sit back, relax, and enjoy this video of the Olori actually in action in Hackney. It was a great time, and make sure you share this video with your friends and your family, and also visit our website to find out more videos that we've done about current affairs and also social political events. Visit www.diasporalifestyleshow.com. There you'll find out more videos, and make sure you follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter also at This Is Jermaine. And also make sure that you invite us to your events to cover those special occasions through video and photography, and we will look forward to engaging with you. So once again, enjoy this video and see the Olori Wuraola Ogunwusi, the wife of the Ooni of Ife. It was a wonderful time, and you're going to enjoy this video. Thanks a lot for watching. I remain Jermaine Sanwoolu, the CEO of Diaspora PR, photographer and publisher of the Diaspora Lifestyle magazine. Enjoy.
A great honor to be here, and I really appreciate everyone coming today. Thank you so much. But first of all, we have to say a big thank you to Madam Speaker for giving us the honor and the privilege to use your parlor to host our Royal, Her Royal Majesty. We are hosting Her Royal Majesty, the wife of Ooni of Ife, in which we all know her position. We know their position being the first class of in Yoruba land. And it's a great pleasure to have my mayor here as well.
I wanted to be here for Sade and the guests this evening and just welcome you to Hackney. Hackney's one of the most diverse boroughs in London, but we're not just celebrating our community diversity, we've got real political diversity. And I'm really pleased that I lead one of the most diverse administrations in London. I'm sure Barking and Dagenham would say that they're just as diverse. And it's about having people in real leadership positions. And I know that there's the Black Mayors Association here later and Her Royal Highness. And I think it's just really important that we see that representation, that people see their communities reflected in power, and that's something I'm very passionate about.
Thank you all. I was sitting down there and I was wondering, wow, these beautiful people. They're Africans, not just Nigerian, they're African. We are the first. We must never forget that. I love to stand on all existing protocols. Everyone is important here. I don't want to talk about anything more than the fact that we have to go back to the beginning. As Africans, we really have to ask ourselves, how did we get here? A few years ago, I had these 4 friends who said, oh, one of them was Caucasian, Arab, Brazilian, and then the black lady said, I was the only black person there. And you know what that meant? She felt inferior. being the parents of all those white faces, and then she thought there's something wrong with her. And that's the problem that we have as Africans. We think there's something wrong with us. We think we don't measure up, but we do. This is a universe that is meant for everyone. Africans, Caucasians, everybody. We have a right to everything. And then we must hold the mantle, we must understand that nobody's going to give you power. You have to take it. Yes. And it's now. We have to begin to hold up to who we are as Africans, knowing fully that we are the first. The human race started from Africa. Yes. We must never allow any Caucasian, Arab, or whatever to make us feel inferior. No, we're not inferior. And then as we are here, this is how you all are accomplished men and women. We must begin to think, how do we help the motherland? Beautiful roads here, all the initiatives that we've been able to garner while we live in these places, we must begin to take them back home. No matter how beautiful your home is here, nobody's going to say that you're British. Because you're not. Yes. You might have been born here, but you're not British. We are African, true and true. We are Africans. And we must find ways to build our motherland so that we can have that as confidence that when we stand among people, we can equal. Because that's the problem that we have. We sit with Arabs, they look at us like we're nothing. We sit with Caucasians, they think Africans are we're shit. All over the world, there's something wrong with Africans. But the truth is, in all of these countries that we build them, with our brains, with our strength, we built all these countries. So how about we go back home? We take all the strength that we have, and we take them back home. We build our individual countries. And when I speak, I don't speak for just Nigeria only. I speak for the entire continent, which is Africa. We build the continent. That it's not about the leaders only, that it's a collective effort. Our rooms will be intact if our houses are secure. Yes. So I need us. I need us to come together very often, such as this. We need an order as Africans, that the leaders of Africa, that we come together, that we form an order where we know that we control the narratives, we control the government, and this is how we get things done. For the generation to come, we have to build our continent, and we are the ancestors of the future. So when we leave this plane of consciousness, we can very much look ahead and say, we did something good. The questions and the answers that you seek is within you. You cannot get it from the next person. So you find moments where you sit down and then you ask yourself, how did I get here? We talk about pro-black, anti-white. I'm not anti-anything. Because I always want to go back to say, who sold the slaves to these people? Our people did. And whatever made them do that, it's in the past. This is the present. We must be in the present to look into the future. But most importantly, we must take responsibility. We have to take responsibility. We have to recognize that no one's going to do it for us. We have to do it ourselves. And until we begin to look at things from that perspective, that's how we begin to move forward. I believe so strongly that maybe years before now, this sort of fun would have come, maybe 5 people would have sat down here, nobody really would have cared. The days of awareness is now. We all begin to understand that we are one, and together we are stronger. And we must always find ways to help each other in whichever way that we think we could. She's your sister, he's your brother, and whatever you think that you can support him with and he can support you with, it is very important that we do this, because this is how we grow. And this is how we go back to our continent, Africa. I don't want to say Nigeria. I tell people I'm a child of the world. You know? And I try to identify with everywhere. I've been to so many places and identify with different cultures. And I took out so much out of all of these places. But I I remember that Africa is first. We have to recognize that the time is now. Let's do it now for the future generation to come. And as we begin to support each other, we will grow. We have the capacity. You have what she needs. She has what you need. We don't need anyone else. We need each other. And we will definitely grow. I strongly believe that.
Thank you, everyone. You made this success. I want to really appreciate Olori Wuraola Ogunwusi, because I read she's doing a lot when it comes to her charity. She is doing a lot when it comes to her charity, and I just want to ask if you can please tell us something about. Because I know you're doing Project Shuaju, and you said something about orphanage. Let me tell you what she did recently. She had a beautiful, beautiful festival in February. And the proceeds is actually going to orphanage around the country. And some of the greatest things that came out of that, from what I heard, is you had an organization pledging to give this orphanage buses, things practically that will help. Without her support, without her giving a strong weight and letting people know this is a cause she is really passionate about, that wouldn't have been able to achieve that. Can you please just tell us something about your charity?
Thank you. We have the House of the Ujudua Foundation, and under the foundation we have quite a lot of initiatives. And one of the initiatives is an orphanage project where we take out orphanage homes and we renovate them, because we realize that there's a gap. In most of these orphanage homes, they are dilapidated. The kids are not well taken care of, and then we decided, okay, why not raise funds, renovate these places, so just to create a more decent environment for the kids. And then of course we help them with their education as well. And I shouldn't forget to say most of these kids, they have internal illness, and and then we talked about that, and we decided, okay, let's have things that has to do with women. So we also have an initiative that has to do with women empowerment. We train them on skills. They learn to make soap. They learn to make fabrics and different other things. And we empower them right after, so they could start up on their own. And then most importantly, we train their minds as entrepreneurs. So it's not enough to give them money, but they have to be trained too, because they could take this money and go to cook soup or whatever that is, So we try to train their minds so they could understand what business is, and that would help them. They could also move such knowledge to their kids as well. So this is part of the things, and then of course we talk about things that have to do with youth. We've taken a whole lot of youth out of the streets, and we train them on things. Most of them have all become farmers too. Mm-hmm. Before now, you will never find a youth tell you if they want to farm. They think it's for old people. Mm-hmm. And if you have to move agriculture to the 21st century, it becomes attractive for the young ones to be involved in. And we have to place the gap between the rural area and the urban, where you say the rural does the production, and then there's the processing, and then you dispose from the urban part. So we decide that this is what the youth will have to focus on. And then recently I signed up something with an organization to get the African Development Bank for funding for the women in terms of farming as well. So these are the things we are doing. And in February, of course, I had a concert where I had to bring together major artists. Of course, we called it the Give Back concert. All of the musicians, they all played for free. It was their own way of giving back. We brought together 20 orphanage homes that we're going to be renovating. And I intend to make it an annual event. So I bring together all these arts, and it was a beautiful event, a wonderful evening, and then the kids, they had fun. And then it also exposed their plight to a larger audience, so people understand that this is what these kids are going through, and this is how we could help them. And just $1 could help a child, because if everybody here should contribute into, like I said, the more you gather, it becomes substantial for something. So this is all that we do in the House of Individual Foundation. Like I said, we have got a couple of initiatives on the way.
Thank you very much. I'll just take a few questions and then we'll have. Does anyone have any questions for Royal Majesty? Yes, please.
I read the wonderful thing you just mentioned about your foundation. Over the past 20 years, since 1990, we set up an organization in the UK here. Many of you know about it. And Kate and Olu, we are in the same borough. And the organization is called Obey Community Trust. And it mainly talks is more or less around economic regeneration. Basically, to do something for community economic regeneration, and all the things we said actually hinges around that. So how do we want to engage with you? How do we bring expertise from over here to there and work together to do something?
Thank you. Our foundation is open to partnerships. Like I said, it has to be a collective effort. And that means working with the other foundations. It's something that we're very much interested in. So, of course, before we leave, I would love to have your details and then, of course, give you mine as well. And let's see how there can be a synergy. We definitely would love that.
Thank you.
Yes,
Good one. Your Royal Highness, over the last week, you've been everywhere, we see you on social media and stuff. I've been very, very pleased with the attention. Listen, I just want to ask quickly, with the interest the British royal family, industry, etc., is showing, have we been able to leverage this to attract British investors or private concerns to actually fund a lot of these projects here? Because to be honest, once you leave, the intention will be off. So, if not, is there any way you can use the remaining week while you're around to leverage your presence here?
Thank you. Presently, of course, we're having a lot of meetings with a lot of people, and of course, with our presence here, there's been a lot of interest. So we've been having meetings with people who really want to have some sort of partnerships, and in terms of investments in Nigeria, and I'm sure how everyone knows how it is. The projections are not always clear, so there has to be an enabling environment. So, of course, we're having meetings with people, and we are moving forward with things. And yeah, we're open to having a lot of meetings too. And if there's anyone who seems to have anyone who's interested in having to do investments in Nigeria, we're open to that. And yeah, that's why we are here. It's not just for the jamboree only. So we want to get investors down here.
Thank you, Your Royal Highness. My friend Yemisi Jenkins has just said something. She said, I did 2 men ask questions. I want to ask a question. So I now have to ask a question.
Your Royal Highness, I think I'll be coming from a controversial point of view. You were in the States months or weeks ago. I think months, not weeks ago. Yes. And you said something that really struck me. I have been an equality diversity advisor for the Home Office for close to 16 years. And when you said something about gender equality, I'm sure you read some of the comments that came out from other people. And for someone like me and other people, especially other female, we were taken aback that, okay, you're not a fan of gender equality, but does that mean that the work, because no woman is saying she wants to be an actor, that is not what gender equality is about. So coming from you, I was disappointed. And I was like, okay, when she told me about this, I said, that would be an opportunity for me to really ask you, what do you mean that you're not a fan of gender equality? And then you went on talking about taking the role of your husband. Nobody's saying that. So I would rather have some sort of clarity what your understanding is about gender equality. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to say it again, that I don't believe in gender equality. I believe in equity. Because give me what I need. but I deserve to succeed. Men do not like to hear that word, equality. And the truth is, we are not running a race. I don't want to be equal because I could be more. This is my analysis. So when I say I don't believe in gender equality, it pissed a lot of people off. And the truth is, I will tell you that I care because I meant what I said. I believe that I could be better. So why do I want to ask for equality? I want equity. Give me what I desire.
That's clearer than what you tell them.
So now I clarify.
Thank you.
What can I say? Can I say something? Have we all had a good evening?
Yes.